Hello people, I'm Vito, and welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered with Robberlink.
Hello.
Alright, where we left off, we got the Morph Ball back, as well as the Charge Beam. And I think we can climb up this room.
But there's a door right there.
This one?
Yeah.
We went through here to get the Charge Beam.
Oh. I'm smart.
You know...
well, we're going to cut this out in editing, right?
Sure. Keep telling yourself that. You know,
My bad.
Somehow that's familiar to me. I think maybe when we first played this, unless it was in a different instance, I specifically remember you asking, like, what about that door in another instance? And it was something we already went through.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if it was this room, though, but...
Yeah, but...
It could have been.
It just felt super familiar.
The path of corruption leads ever higher.
Better get high, then.
Wait a minute.
Just like,
I'll corrupt you, though.
Just like the Chozo, and that's why they're, becoming one with the universe and whatnot, right?
Once again, the Chozo on Talon 4 were just like hippies.
Something along those lines, yes. I saw those shriek bats, so I sniped them. Why the...
Did it get uncalibrated again?
Yeah, it was off-center. There we go.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Alright. And then I go through here. And I'm ambushed by even more. Well, at least there are some that didn't see me, so I get to kill them. In retaliation. Alright. And then what are you?
Luminescent cylinders functioning at 80%.
But what purpose do they serve? Just... are they supposed to be lights?
No, they're meant to be cylinders. Structural weakness detected throughout sandstone wall.
I can destroy that, I just don't know if I can reach it. Because I do not have the ability to double jump. So yeah, I might need to leave that for later.
Shame.
I did watch some of our original playthrough, just nothing beyond what we've done here.
Right.
And I do think the lore scans are different. I think they're like completely different.
Oh. The cause of ceiling's collapse not recorded.
You recorded enough to know that it happened, though. And there's even more of them. Just any hallway that looks like this, there's almost always shriek bats, except for the one with scarabs.
So yeah, like, is it kind of like being rewritten, all the lore, or is it just like details, or...
Yeah, maybe they're just making it less vague is what they seem like.
Records indicate superstructure has stabilized. Further collapse unlikely.
Like from one of the first scans that we got, I think it might be the only one that I was... Actually, I think there were two of them that I was able to compare. I didn't directly compare them, but I I watched this in editing and then that one sometime after, and they seemed pretty different. And I think in the original, they kind of waxed philosophically, kind of saying nothing, despite having a lot of words, you know?
Yeah.
It was very hard to glean any information from it, where I think now they're a little bit more direct in actually saying something. Like, they've mentioned that it's from a meteor already, which might have been harder to glean before, I don't know.
Structural weakness detected in sandstone block's core.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. I still have trouble understanding them.
Yeah, they might still be a little bit vague, but I think they are less vague than they were before.
All right.
Even if not completely.
Yeah, maybe someone's made like a wiki of that compares them. That'd be interesting. Actually, that makes me wonder, is there like a remastered wiki? Like, just for all games that have remastered versions to like compare?
I don't know, there might be like a page that lists differences per aspect, I guess.
Lock system engaged. Secure the area to unlock door.
As in, kill the shriek bats? Because I've killed the shriek bats.
Well, there's something else on the radar.
So there is. It's more shriek bats. And poison.
That's actually nice that you actually know it can hurt you because you have that little indicator on the left.
Oh yeah, the warning.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm not going that way. It's flooded.
It is interesting though. Like any other game, you'd have to be like, will this hurt me? And actually check for yourself. And here it's like, oh, well, now I don't have to waste health by testing it.
Did they get rid of that warning thing in the second one? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I just don't remember it being a specific meter that could go up, but maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while.
Morphology: stone toad. Preys on creatures smaller than itself, vulnerable only from within. A stone toad is able to remain still for days. It preys upon creatures smaller than itself, inhaling them whole. Anything it finds undigestible, it regurgitates. Stone toads use their tusks as a last resort in combat.
So, I don't think he'll hurt me, will he, if I don't do anything? Yeah, he's actually not an enemy that'll cause contact damage.
Nice. You just stare into those big ol' eyes.
Yeah. I know I haven't really talked a whole lot about the details of this game, but I did notice in editing, when I was paying more attention, that where we landed the ship, where it's raining, you could even see the rain landing on the arm cannon, and it was really, really nice. I did also notice in the old version that the arm cannon, like the side parts and that back top part, were like darker.
Really?
And I think they changed that by Prime 2. Maybe. Ah, yes.
The incinerator.
This is its way of telling us. It's the game's way of telling us that we, as the player, are trash.
Mechanoid, incinerator drone. Programmed for high temperature waste disposal.
Although technically, isn't that a very polluting way of getting rid of trash?
Yes, but see, we found a workaround. We put it inside an enclosed space so that the smoke can't get out. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess.
So yeah, they just keep all the carbon in this room?
It's very lucky that you have a suit.
Oops.
Structure: hive. Primary barbed war wasp dwelling.
I could hear
You still hear the sizzling.
Yeah.
An extremely durable wasp hive. Can only be destroyed by direct exposure to fire from below.
Ding, Samus is done. I wonder if that was a separate scan.
Well, are those?
Yes, they are.
Aha. Man, those look terrifying. Barbed War Wasp. Airborne insect with the ability to launch its stinger at prey. A highly aggressive member of the War Wasp family. Like, literally every other. This insect can propel the tip of its stinger up to 20 meters. The stinger tips regrow seconds after launch, and contain an acidic compound designed to pre-digest prey. So you can be, both, what's the word? Acidified and flamed. Inflamed? Burned. Good grief.
I was gonna say, the reason they're especially aggressive is because they get angry and make animal noises that's equivalent to yelling.
I hate when bugs start causing a flame war.
Time to use fire against fire or something.
I seem to remember it going into a cutscene. A cut scene. Whenever you did that. Like, damaged it and pointed it up.
I don't know, maybe it's just the final time, or the first time that it did.
I don't think I've even seen it yet.
There we go. Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just the final time then. They probably didn't change it. What do you got for me?
Bolt. Morph ball bomb.
I will take. I did realize something. I'm not going to spoil exactly what they are in case someone hasn't seen it, but I did realize that in Metroid Prime 2, they do a much better job at having a connection between what boss you're fighting and what upgrade you get for it. Whereas in this, it's just kind of, you fight a boss that's kind of unrelated.
Yeah, you didn't get a flamethrower from this.
Yeah. We didn't get, like, an armor plate or anything from the plated beetle.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about in comparison to, yeah,
the sequel. So if they want to remaster that, I will buy it, like, instantly. That's right, that's the button to get out. I want to see if I scan that. Yes, I can scan it.
Structural weakness detected throughout wall.
I wonder what I could do with that. Oh look, it's just the right shape for my morph ball. Nice. Okay, moving on.
If only we could do something about it. Whoa. I just noticed how, like, sparkly bombs are. Like, that's a very nice blue.
Hop. Yeah, I was thinking, in terms of, like, what I'd be willing to buy. I'd be willing to buy a remaster of 2.
Was there any... Could you scan in that room?
I don't know. I'd be willing to buy a remastered version of Prime 2, Prime 3. I'd be willing to buy Prime 4 instantly whenever it comes out. The one thing that I wouldn't, though, is if they make, like, a new Mario Kart. I'm kind of fed up with it. And I'm, like, at the point where I don't want to buy it if they make a new one, because I want a new F-Zero game that badly that I'm like, screw you, you know what?
I'm going to boycott your racing games until you give me F-Zero.
Yeah, a racing game that I actually want. I don't know if that's something that anyone else can relate to, but that's how I'm starting to feel.
Speaking of things I can't relate to, I spoke with someone else who...
Well, they're dead.
Yeah, I spoke to someone, and they died. I'm that bad of a conversationalist.
It happens.
No. They talked to them about Metroid Prime and Remastered, and they said that they really appreciate the whole remastered thing. And I was like, you know, I don't know, it seemed pretty fine on its own, like unremastered. Let me read this real quick. Basic systems appear to be operational. Device should operate once power has been restored.
I'm of the mindset that I'll still take it, though. I'm very glad they did. I just didn't expect them to make the choice to.
Yeah, but like you mentioned before, though, it didn't necessarily need it. It still, you know, stood up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And the person I was talking to didn't quite seem to agree. So I have a personal grievance against them. Next time I play Smash. Oh.
The way I would put it is, at least compared to N64 graphics, the jump is extreme.
Yeah.
I think I can just leave through here. That might be faster. Whoop. It might be faster if it works. Can I just... There we go.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm just not used to the... some of the buttons, specifically the one to enter and exit Morph Ball. I'm not used to. Its location. Because normally I remember it being further up and to the right. So now I can go this way.
Alright. No one cares.
Why are you guys back? Ouch.
Okay, apparently they care.
Why can't I jump? It will take a minute to look behind me to see why I can't jump. So I don't want to.
It is a very long and forgiving timer.
You say that, and then it starts running out. There we go. Like, I knew it was going to start speeding up any moment there. It's like, why did you jinx it? You've definitely jinxed it.
No, but I seem to remember having a bit of trouble here. Not sure if it was in the video or just, in the past.
I think I recall us having to redo it once.
This machine is now fully functional.
As it should be.
Don't know what the function is, but it's functional.
I guess it's just to keep these things up here?
Those look like some very fancy, generators for,
a few platforms.
Yeah, lifting a platform.
And apparently they need to be kept active, otherwise the platforms will go back down. You'd think you'd only need energy to move them, not to keep them in place. It's kind of like...
You think they invest in a locking mechanism?
It's kind of like in the original FNAF. It's like you need power to keep the doors closed, even though they come down to close.
Yeah.
This room. Do you know what's special about this room?
This is where it would commonly freeze.
Yeah, the game could freeze sometimes in the original GameCube version. Luckily, it didn't happen when we were recording it, but then because I wanted to get all the scans, because we missed one, like the Hive Mecha, maybe some other stuff, when I was going back through it, it happened.
I'm sure they patched it out. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's already, it was already fixed by Trilogy.
Yeah. Magnetic rail system track detected.
In fact, I think I read that it won't even crash if you're playing the GameCube disc on the Wii. It would only happen on GameCube hardware.
Huh. That makes me wonder what the issue was.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It appears to be active. Spider-Ball technology required to access track.
Well, can't use that.
I wonder what its original purpose was, though.
Yeah.
In fact, you have to wonder that about a lot of things in video games.
Yeah,
I understand this from a gameplay perspective, but...
It doesn't quite have a reason to exist there. It's kind of like the morph ball slot in the frigate.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes sense as a puzzle aspect, but not as a security measure. Alright, I guess I just get an energy tank for that. Otherwise, it is a dead end for now.
Well, it's a very beneficial dead end. I was going to say profitable, then I'm like, wait, this has nothing to do with currency.
It's like, solve the puzzle, get an energy tank, profit. Wait, what?
Normally the wait what is before the profit. Like it's step 1, step 2, profit. Now here we profit, and then we don't know what to do with it.
I was thinking like, we don't know why we profit kind of thing. I don't know. But then Samus is like, wait, don't sell my upgrades. I need those. I object.
You'd think she'd learn to keep like a backup of her upgrades stored in her ship.
Yeah, I don't know how upgrades work. It's like their own separate things that you can pick up. Can she copy them? I don't know. A question for the ages. Can you copy your abilities without Kirby?
Can you imagine, though, if she could, like, just have all the beam weapons from, like, all the Metroid Prime games and, heck, even the older ones, if they had any unique ones?
I think, at least in terms of their naming scheme, they were usually the same as they are in the first Prime. Because, I mean, we have played most of the games.
Yeah.
So I think there is a Morph Ball bomb tunnel I can get through here. So I want to just grab that real quick.
Alright.
Screw you, I don't care. Alright.
It's like, oh wait, I have to go back into ball form.
No, it's like, here, let me admire my own work. Boom. I think there might be 2 upgrades in here, but I can probably only get 1 at the moment, from what I recall.
What do we got here? Metal structure heavily weakened. Sufficient blast trauma will likely result in complete destruction.
That's what I like. Complete destruction. Oh, I still hadn't gotten the actual missile expansion scan.
Now you do.
Okay, yeah, there's a rail. So I can't do anything with that, but I can at least get this.
I was going to say how relatable that scan was. Like, yeah, except for the blast part, yeah. Additional trauma will result in complete destruction.
Of my mental state.
Please help.
See, I pressed the wrong button because it's, in terms of like the GameCube controller, that's closer to where I'd expect the Morphball button to be. Oh, that's bad. Let me get out of that.
I know you just got an energy tank, but please don't turn yourself into Samus soup.
Don't drain it immediately. That was interesting how brightly green the screen got.
Yeah.
I don't think
it was a bit yellow for me, but maybe that's my color.
Yellow-green.
Blind bias. Yeah.
It wasn't completely incorrect.
Yeah. Now these things are green.
Yeah.
They're explosions, they're flying trails. Not to be confused with their entrails.
Which may also be green, we don't know. Yeah, alright, so I believe back here is the giant tree room, and there are the 4 things to scan in here. We got 2 of them, but I think they reset. But before we couldn't get to the top of this room, so we just kind of left. So let's complete that.
Alright.
Yeah, there we go.
So that's 1.
Yep. And the next one is down here.
2.
And let me recenter, because that is annoying.
You might want to break those boxes right behind you.
Yeah, sure.
Get back that health you lost. Alright.
By rolling around in the poison.
Like that. That thing you just did? Yeah, that? Yeah, stop doing that.
I just had to demonstrate to the viewers what it was we had to recover from. Alright, more sandstone, and that is why we couldn't get in there before.
Also guests.
It's like, yes, I know this is probably technically your home, but you're still uninvited. You are uninvited to my presence. Oops, thanks.
Hello, I am new here, and I am uninviting you from your own home.
Ah, there's one. Okay, now we can scan this.
Ah. Venom weed. Poisonous plant that retracts into the ground if threatened. Venom weeds evolved to thrive in the habitats of large organisms. They lure prey with brightly colored leaves, then detain it with tiny barbs that deliver a powerful toxin. Venom weeds rapidly decompose anything that succumbs in their midst. Is that really what weeds and plants look like underground?
I don't think they do usually.
Just a bulbous mass?
It's kind of like I don't know. I was thinking like an upside down underground jellyfish or something. Its tentacles are just going out.
It's clipping through the ground.
It's like, help, I fell over and I got stuck. My head's underground.
It's flailing around for help.
It's like, this is actually delicious. Never mind, I'll wait for someone else to help me. Oop. Barely in time for that.
Wait, what was that? That?
It's just
okay.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the tree, which I think we scanned. But I guess not. Alright. Yeah, I could backtrack further and pick up a few more upgrades, but I think they'll just probably be missiles, and I don't think we really need that at the moment.
Walls appear to have been constructed with extreme delicacy around tree limbs.
Chozo making, not a tree house, but a tree fortress. Okay,
Dad, I want to build a tree house. No, son. We're gonna go higher. This decorative gate is obstructing passage through the doorway. 4 runic symbols adorn its surface. Matching symbols within this room must be scanned to gain access here.
I also did want to mention, I would probably be better at this if I put it to the default controls, like the classic. But I think it's a better viewing experience to have it all the smooth movement. And it was also very immersive when I first played with a pointer, like with Prime 3. Feels like you're actually in control of it, especially with the Wii Remote. It feels like you actually have your hand in the arm cannon. At least it did for me.
Yeah, for me it was more of, all right, I can aim wherever I want, and all right, I'm pointing at a target, and it's wiggling everywhere.
Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, do I have to go back?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it was a hardware issue or just I have shaky hands, but yeah, I had trouble aiming because apparently the cursor just wouldn't hold steady. So for me, Metroid Prime 3 was a little more challenging.
It is a little bit harder to actually turn, though, because you have to just kind of keep it steady near the edge, and then you have to come back to the middle to aim at something. So it's more of a two-step process to actually turn and then aim. All right, more sandstone. But I've probably told you, I don't know if viewers have heard, that I discovered, how the Wii Remote actually works, and the sensor bar.
Yeah, that the sensor is actually
it's a
in
signal.
the Wii Remote.
Yeah,
and the signal gets sent from the bar.
Yeah, and the way I figured that out was it was after Christmas, and I was playing Wii games, and I noticed whenever I pointed my Wii Remote to the left, it would go absolutely haywire. And when I looked at its calibration screen, where it will actually tell you what it's reading, I noticed whenever I pointed it left, it was picking up like tons of dots, and it was the Christmas tree, and all the lights on it. It's like, So it must be, it must be detecting it from the Wii Remote and not the sensor bar. So they lied. It's not a sensor bar at all. Unless it's like a translation error and it's a bar meant to be sensed.
To be fair, from your perspective, it seems like, it's sensing where you're moving your Wii Remote. Obviously. That is a big vegetable.
It's big and ugly. And did you just try to stab me with plants? How would that be effective? Oh boy. Here we go.
Me on a Monday.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Morphology, Flagra. This mutant plant is the source of toxic water in the ruins. Flagra's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. So let's just come back at night. This exposure has made Flagra's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods.
Yeah, I would think if the door didn't lock behind us, I think that's what Samus would probably do, is just wait. But it does... I thought it was kind of dumb at first, but now that I think about it, things like elephants and whatnot, they have to like consume like tons of energy's worth of food and whatnot just to sustain themselves once they get beyond a certain size.
Yep.
Organisms like that, they're not very efficient.
But hey, good luck, challenging them, as any other creature. One of Flagra's tentacles fills this narrow drainage canal. Or channel, sorry. Analysis indicates that Flagra's central nervous system is located at the base of this structure. It's weird, I realized said channel after you had already gone to the next part.
I didn't notice because I wasn't checking, and I mean, they kind of have the same sort of meaning. Channel? Canal? I don't know.
Close enough.
Alright, that's just a Morph Ball Bomb slot. Alright. Whee! Hey, nervous system. Have this. Oh no, you blew up my nervous system. Look, I didn't know you could do that.
You fool. Now you've Now I have no nervous system. I have a confidence system.
Oh, whoops. I didn't even mean to hit him.
You know, it looks a little bit like a Hydralisk.
Yeah, I think it's mostly the blade arms.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I had forgotten that I kind of need to daze him, otherwise he'll just smack the things back down. Or is it her? I forget.
Don't you dare. Okay. Thought I was going to knock the other one down again.
It's like, no. You've already lost the sunlight. Don't use your remaining strength to hit something you're not supposed to. I guess it's a good thing that you don't seem to become more powerful in terms of damage and frequency of attacks as you get more of these light things activated. It just takes longer to get rid of you again. Did the health disappear already? Eh. Alright, yeah. Stun you. Specifically dash to get around quicker.
Alright.
There we
Okay.
go. Now, where's the nearest one? Here. Like, excuse me? As I just patiently wait for the little thing to get out.
I seem to remember having a little bit of trouble getting to it in time, but...
It does kind of depend on exactly where you end up, except, like, especially now, since there's just one left. So
okay.
I'll probably try to plan around that if I can. So just...
I probably didn't realize that at the time.
Yeah, so I'll start with this one here, and then go to the right.
Whoa.
Hello. It's weird, it actually... it was actually on the weak shot that he got stunned.
I just think it's funny that his body's like all the way next to you and then you hit him and snaps all the way back.
It snaps. It's like, excuse me? I just wanted to whack me one last time.
Alright. That was very quick. I was concerned we have to, stop the episode, but nope. It just had to go on for like a couple minutes longer than usual, and it's a dead boss.
Oh no. He's spewing more poison. Oh. It's no longer poison.
Man, that's a really fast filtration system.
I guess so.
Just instantly. Everything's better.
No, that's also why you needed so much sunlight, to keep up the poison against the filtration system. Just had to constantly pump it out.
What is this?
The Varia suit.
Why did this plant have it?
It provided him, well, I was gonna say it served kind of like sunscreen, but no, they actually need that kind of light. The ultraviolet. That's how they get energy, right? So no.
Yeah.
He just had it just in case. In case he got sunburned. Yeah.
Okay, now I actually am curious. Can plants get sunburned? Like if you take a plant from, like, I don't know, like, say, Canada and put it in, like, near the equator, like in Hawaii, would it die because it's getting too much sunlight? Like, I don't know if that's a thing. I know plants can get overwatered, but I don't know if they can get oversunned.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's never come up.
Ask a botanist, a plant expert.
Yeah.
All right, Varia suit acquired. Dangerous areas of heat are now accessible.
Additional drip acquired. Shoulder pads activated.
I'm just going to ignore the fact that you said drip, and we shall move on. But
now, is that cringe? Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, I think we'll probably have to end it here. We're already a little over time, so we will continue this next time.
So, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.